I'm going to give a series of musings, daily musings, with no point other than the comments given. As you know, I'm preoccupied with the Shema as being the only thing necessary to say. Even going so far as to say that the Shema, the first letter of the Shema, the Shin, being the most important letter because the Rosh Tivo of anything is its most important element. This Shin is expressed as 300. 300 is also the gematria of Yud K Vav K in Atbash. The 300 is a great secret here. But another letter that's equally as important is the last letter of the Shema, the Dalet. This Dalet is the Dalet of the Tefillin, the Rosh, the back of the head. It's also, and this is one of the musings of today as we approach Rosh Hashanah, it's also the 4 Rosh Hashonim of the year, expressed in the Dalet, which is also expressed in the Yud K Vav K, which is also expressed in the Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. This Dalet relationship is focused here as the 4 aspects of the Nakuva, of the female, of Zia Anpin, of the male aspect of Zia Anpin. There are 4 relationships there as expressed in the Dalet. Because you know that the word Echad has Aleph Het, which means brother, and then Dalet, which is the female, and that's the whole idea of Yavamos. And the Dalet is the relationship. It's always the kind of like feminine and Malkus, and here's this relationship. This is what the relationship is. It ends in the feminine, the Shema. 4 aspects of the feminine, the 4 Rosh Shanim. Another musing for today, for me, is another expression of the feminine, of why the tractate Nazir appears in the Mishnah of the Nashim, of the women. The secret of the Nazir, of the entire tractate of Nazir, is in the word Yihiyeh. This word is the number 30. Yud, Hey, Yud, Hey. It's the only halacha that comes from gematria in the entire Talmud. It's a 30-day period, like a Sholoshim period. 30 days. But it's Yud, Hey, Vav. Not Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. That's what this, my slip of the tongue, that's what this Yud, Hey is a substitute for. The Yud, Hey is a substitute for Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. And in a certain sense, that's what the Dalet is. It's what adds the Dalet from the Shema into the Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. We add 4 of the feminine into that, and we get Yud, Hey, Yud, Hey. The completion of the masculine by the 4 feminine gives the completion for the second Yud. And so we have Yud, Hey, Yud, Hey. What's above Yud, Hey is below Yud, Hey. Not what's above Yud, Hey and different and not perfected down here below Vav, Hey. It's a mirror image of above and below. And this is Olam Haba in that sense, that the upper is mirrored exactly in the lower, and the lower is mirrored exactly in the upper. And there's no difference between the two. And that's the name of, will be the name of Hashem, and of Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. In Olam Haba will be Yud, Hey, Yud, Hey, Yeh. And that's what the whole secret of the Nazir is, of the entire tractate. Just know this one phrase, Yeh, Yud, Hey, Yud, Hey. Use that as your meditation. You've entered Olam Haba. You're a self-made man when you recognize that this is Olam Haba. Another musing of mine today was in the souls that I see embodied in people. And that these souls do have a transmigration. And sometimes in this body we must pay the price of somebody else's soul mistakes in a previous incarnation. It's like I saw in the paper today, a man was imprisoned incorrectly for 23 years. He came out, he was going to sue, and just before he sued, he was going to get $1 million for being falsely incarcerated, and he died of an asthma attack. So I look at this, he was never supposed to get it. He was guilty in a previous incarnation and had to pay the price in this incarnation for that guilt in a bodily sense by being imprisoned. For in a certain sense, the soul is always imprisoned in the body. It can do more in the physical sense in the body, but it's kind of locked in here. So these are today's musings. Simple things, just throwing them out to you because I can tell you this. I am not going to convince you of anything. You're going to have to reinvent the wheel and discover everything on your own.